Good evening, everybody. How are we all doing? I believe we are doing very well, right? Thank God for the success for today at TVT. You are welcome back once more to this channel where I talk on reality, and to other of my social handle where I talk on skincare, make DIY sometimes, and I do talk on reality. Welcome. And if today is the first time we are coming across this, my face, my name is Faith, and I'm going to discuss on the topic that says stop the abuse. Good evening, everybody. Good evening. Welcome to my life. Welcome to my life. Yeah, let me share. You are highly welcome. Please come, let's discuss on this educative topic that says stop the abuse. Yes. I want to learn from you. You can also learn from me. Invite someone to invite someone to invite another person to join this live, because it's going to change someone's life tonight. It's going to change someone's life tonight. All right. So in the process of waiting for others to join, hope you enjoyed the last topic that we'll discuss on why men cheat, right? Hope you learned one or two things from that topic. Okay, so you are welcome. Please join my life. Please, I will encourage you to always follow me on this page, because on this page we'll talk on educative topic. Apart from being on that, sometimes I still make you laugh, because laugh is part of life. Life increase your blood flow. And that's why I do some of those comedies sometimes, to make you feel at home. Like this my video, this live, comment, share. And if today is the first time you are coming across this page, please do me well to follow this my page, because by so doing you are helping me to stay on this blue app. Thank you for joining my live. So let's dive in. Let's go ahead. Before I will go ahead, there is something I need to ask you, my audience. Is there anything you will do here on this planet Earth, either good or bad, that people will not talk about it? Yes, people must surely talk about whatsoever you are doing. So why would that be an excuse for you out there when you are in an abusive relationship and you keep quiet, maybe because of the position you are holding in your church, maybe because of the position you are holding in your community, feeling that, hey, the way people are be seeing me, if I tell them this is what I am passing through in life, they will not believe me. my dear, if they like, they should believe. If they like, they should not believe. You are the one that is inside the water. You will be the right person to tell people that you are stepping on the fish. People that is not in the water will not be able to say it, but you that is stepping on the fish, you will be able to give out that experience rather, yeah. Don't keep quiet. Don't be silent. Because many people out there have died because of what this person will say, because of what my family member will say. Yes, you need to speak out to someone. You need to speak out to people. Silence cannot solve that issue for you. If you silent, either the silent you or you walk away. So let's look at abuse this night. I'm going to describe abuse as a term that describes any relationship where one person is exercising his or her power and control over the other person negatively. I said abuse means when somebody is described in a relationship that the person is exercises his or her power over the other person in a negative way. Okay, I'm going to give a little demonstration on that now. Maybe somebody is dragging my hand like this. The person is dragging my hand. I'm saying no. As I'm saying no, the person is abusing me physically. Maybe as the person is holding my hand so tight, the person is using his or her power over me. Is called abuse. And when you also look into that, it's part of the type of abuse I'm going to talk about tonight. Don't keep quiet. If you keep quiet, either you lose your life or your life will lose you. So you have to choose out of the two. Do you also know that the way men abuse women, also some women abuses their husband? Yes. So it's not only men that do this abuse, women also abuse their partner. Please join my live. Join. Let's talk about this topic. Join me on my live. Join me on my live. Join. Let's talk about it. Let's talk about this abuse. Stop the abuse. Yes, stop the abuse is the topic of tonight. So, as I've explained, the meaning of abuse, I said abuse is a way or is a means whereby somebody is exercising his or her power over the other person negatively. So we are going to look at types of abuse. Types of abuse. We have many types of abuse. Let me put it in that way. And the first one I'm going to talk about on this live session is emotional abuse. Emotional abuse. That's the first one I'm going to talk about. Emotional abuse is one of the most common type of abuse in which that include, or I can say it this way, emotional abuse is the commonest abuse in the society. That is my own opinion. This emotional abuse is when you are insulting somebody, when you are humiliating somebody in front of other people, when you are making this person to feel as if is nothing, when you are calling this person names. You are welcome to my live, K Media. And when you make the person to feel guilty you are emotionally blackmailing the person is abuse. Good evening. How was your day? Hope your day went well. So, emotional abuse, I can just walk to you now. I begin to say, look at the way you look. Look at the way your leg look. Do you know that you are abusing the person emotionally? Yes, you are abusing the person. Or when you begin to call the person all sort of names, you are this, you are that, you are this. You are treating the person bad. You are affecting the emotion of that person, which you might not know. And some men, let me put it in this way, that maybe for instance now, them with their wife went out, and maybe the lady was just trying to greet some of her friends, and before you look, the man give this woman a slap. After giving this woman a slap, and begin to call this woman all kind of names. That, do you know that you are useless? Do you know that you are this? Do you know that you are that? In front of the woman's friend. What? That is an emotional abuse, because you are just make the woman to feel worthless of herself by so doing. When you are insulting the person in the presence of her family or in the presence of her friends as a man or as a woman, you are abusing the person at that particular time. The way we use our words, if you did not use it rightfully, you can abuse the person emotionally. Yeah. So let's look at physical abuse. The physical abuse is something that you can just see on a person's body. It could be bruises. It could also be injuries. You are welcome to my life. That is physical abuse. Like what I just expressed, maybe somebody just from my back, I didn't even know that I step on the person, or I didn't know that I step on my husband. Let me put it that way, God forbid anyway. And he gave me a slap. Pa! And with that now, the hand of my husband now showed on my face. It is physical abuse. This is something that is physical that everybody can see clearly, compared to that emotional abuse. That emotional abuse is something that the person feels inside of him. It's something that the person feels inside of her through the words you spoke to the person, through the way you sound, through the way you express your statement to the person. But when you talk about physical abuse, good evening, welcome to my life, Best and Bright Food. You are welcome. Thank you. AJ Evans TV, you are welcome to my life. Good evening. How was your day? Hope your day went well. Welcome. I appreciate you once again for joining my live this evening. And the place I am talking about, I'm trying to explain the difference between emotional abuse and physical abuse. Yes, we are here again today. Thank you for joining me. Yes, hope you enjoyed the last session. Yeah. So when you talk about physical abuse, when the person have scar, when the person have injury all over the person's body, this is physical that you can see. But when you talk about emotional abuse, it's something that you cannot see. It's something that happened inside of a person. Many men out there, they abuse their wife physically. Maybe the man just entered the house and the woman did not even say hello. Before you look now, the man begin to say, you cannot even greet safe. You are not trained well. You are not doing, and before the woman would turn, the man land her a slap. The first one was emotional abuse by insulting the woman that she was not being trained well. And the second one, the slap, is the physical abuse on that place. Thank you so much. I appreciate you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you so much. So you can see the difference between the physical and the emotional abuse. Now we want to talk about verbal abuse. Verbal abuse. When you talk about the verbal abuse, these are the way you are trying to express yourself with words harshly to somebody. When you are using bad words on the person, that is verbal abuse. Verbal abuse, you are using the word on the person. You are this, you are that, you are not correct. You know, these are verbal words. These are the words you are speaking out of your mouth. You are welcome to my life. Thanks for joining me. Thanks, I appreciate you. Good evening. So these are verbal words. Remember this verbal abuse. Any word you speak from your mouth, you cannot take them back. And as you have used that verbal abuse, it will not sink into the innermost of the person. That is where the emotional now come in. The person will begin to think, how could this person tell me that I am senseless? How could this person tell me that I am this and that? The person begin to nurture that thing through your verbal words. You have used your words to abuse this person. Thank you so much for joining Natural First Nutrition and Wellness Spices. Thank you for supporting me. You are welcome. So you can see it now. So from that verbal abuse, it connects to the emotion, and from the emotion, maybe physical abuse cannot come in. Yes. Now, after looking at those three types, I'm discussing on the types of abuse. I said the first one is emotion. Emotion is something that is inside that you cannot see. I talk about physical abuse, when the person have injury or scar. And the next one I'm talking about on this live session is verbal abuse. Verbal abuse, where you use your words to begin to say all sorts of things to this person. Yes, that is verbal abuse. And the next one I'm going to talk about is sexual abuse. I think in the society, let me say in the place we are, in this set of our region, I don't think is much, as in the law is very strong when you compare it to the Western world. If you are in such situation, or if you engage in such, they can jail you. Yes, they can jail you when you sexually abuse somebody. So what do I mean by sexual abuse? When you forcefully take advantage of somebody without the consent of the person, without the permission of the person, that is sexual abuse. When you are forcefully in the life of, let me say, a woman or a man without his or her consent. I just have to be mindful of my statement. Yeah, but I believe what I am talking about when you are trying to talk on sexual abuse. When you forcefully gain advantage of a woman or a man without the consent of the person, you have sexually abused the person. Yes. Sex is something that when the person is willing, the two partners agree for them to do it, that's when you can enjoy it. But when you forcefully take advantage of that person, you are abusing the person. Yes, you are abusing the person. And the next one I'm going to talk about on the type of abuse is financial abuse. This might not really be common. People might not really look at it that way. People might not really put their eyes on that financial abuse. But it's happening. in the society that we find ourselves. But people don't really talk more on that financial abuse. And what do I mean by this financial abuse? This is when a partner will be working, and the person will now remove the partner in the position of the control of the finance. Let me put it this way for clearer explanation. If, for instance, now I am doing well and my husband want to take control of my finance, is abuse. Yes, is abuse. If my husband peradventure is trying to take control, is trying to take charge over my wealth without me saying yes to it, is an abuse. Most men, most women are doing it because of the position they find themselves. They can even manipulate the person for the person to say yes for them in order for them to be in charge of their wealth. Yes, it happened, but most people does not really talk about that financial abuse. They overlook. Most marriages, these are some of those things that people are passing through. Maybe their husband will want to be in charge of their wealth, and they are the ones struggling to make the money. The man will be deciding for the woman on what she's supposed to use that money for. It's an abuse. It goes the same to the woman also. When the man that owns the wealth and the woman is trying to be in control of the man's wealth without the consent of the man, without the man saying yes, without the man giving the woman grants for the woman to take control, is an abuse. Remember, I said abuse is when you are trying to exercise your power over the other person negatively. That is an abuse. Yes. And the last but not the least, I'm going to talk about on this live session on type of abuse is neglect. Neglect. A friend of mine went through such in a marriage. It happens, yes. K-Media, it happens. It's happening. But here in this part of our side, let me put it that way, people don't really look at it as if it's an abuse, but it is. When you are forcefully taking that, yes, the husband is always asking for her salary. It's an abuse. It's an abuse. Some of them say after taking the salary, they will just collect everything from the woman, and they'll be giving the woman a pin, or the woman will just collect everything from the man and the woman will be giving the husband pin. Yes, but the man in question is not working. You see, it's an abuse. It was not supposed to be like that. He is very lazy to work. Yeah. Thanks for that comment, K-Media. Thank you so much. So you see it now. It's an abuse, but people are not really talking about it. People are not really putting their eyes in that. People are only familiar with sexual abuse, emotional abuse, physical abuse. But we have a lot of this abuse that most people, most partners, either woman or the man, are passing through. Remember, I said this abuse could be either from the wife to the man or from the man to the woman. You get it now? So the next one I'm going to talk about on this live session is neglect abuse. Most people don't really talk about this too. Neglect abuse. When you are not providing the basic item for your children, when you are not providing the basic item either to your wife and your children, their clothing, their education, their medication, and their well-being. People don't talk about that, and they don't know that it's part of abuse. As a man, when you neglect your family, when you neglect to provide for their basic need, is an abuse. It's called neglect abuse. Because the Bible have made it so clear to us that any man that could not take care of their family is more than what? An infidel. So when you forget to take the responsibility as a man in your marriage, is called neglect abuse. Some men don't care. They don't care about their children. They don't care about their well-being. They don't care about the welfare of their wife. They don't care about the welfare of their children. But once they come to that part that they need to exercise their power, you will see them. It's wrong. Stop the abuse. Stop the abuse. And if you are out there, whenever you come across this video or you are watching this live session now, if you are in such abuse, please give it a break for the meantime. Step aside. And before you step aside, make a plan for yourself. Don't just leave. Speak out. Don't die in silence. Don't listen to what people will say, because you are the one wearing that shoe. You are the one that can tell what you are passing through. Do you know that there are many people out there, when you see them outside, they look so beautiful, but you don't know what they are passing through in life. And if those people venture tell you that this is what they are passing through in their home, you might not really believe it because of their outward expression, because of their outward look. Abuse is real. Say no to abuse. Stop the abuse. Learn to speak out. Because if you don't speak out, you might not like the outcome of it. Yes. So we are able to look at the types of abuse. Please, I would like you to drop your comments down below on what you feel on this topic. Tell us your experience, because you need to speak out. If you don't speak to someone, you might not get solution. Like the saying that goes this way, a problem shared is a half solved. So you need to speak out. You need to speak out for your freedom, for yourself, and for your children. Don't forget that it's not only men that abuse women. Women can also abuse their men. Haven't you seen a scene where a woman will be beating her husband? So it's vice versa. But in our country here, the abuse is more from men to women. Out of 100%, maybe women might be 2 that is abusing their husband. Yes. But when you come to the Western world, well, let me not talk about that though. So let's go ahead. I would like you to drop your comment down below on what you feel on this topic. I want you to drop your opinion over this topic. Yes, because many people have lost their life. I think that should be last year, isn't it? Yeah, a gospel musician that died because of abuse. And on this one I just talked about now, financial abuse, that was another thing that this woman was passing through too. The man always want to take charge of her money. Yes. The man want to be on top. These are some of the abuse she passed through, and she refused to talk. Sometimes when people try to talk, they will not say, why are you bringing your marital issue to internet? Why are you doing this? Though I didn't support that, there are people that you can speak to that they will counsel you well. Yes. You know, churches don't even talk about this. They will always tell you, stay there. The Bible said you should not divorce. I didn't encourage you to divorce your husband. No. But you can just step aside for the meantime for things to calm down. But if you are in abusive relationship, especially when it comes to physical abuse, please say no to it and step out. Say no to it and step out. Yes. A minute, let me share. Yeah. So that is it. Now we want to look at the causes of this abuse. Why do we even have abuse in our society? Why do people experience abuse in their relationship? Why? Please, if you have any comments on it, if you have any experience or you have anything to say why we have abuse in relationship, please kindly drop your comment down below. Yeah. So the first one I'm going to talk about on this is taking of substance. Yes. Taking of substance can also cause abuse in a relationship. Because by the time either the man or the woman is being tostigated with what he or she have taken, problem might just come into the home. The things that don't even supposed to talk about, the things that they do not even supposed to be angry of, because of that substance the man have taken, can bring a fight to the home. He can just come, hey, you have not cooked, you have not done this, look at the way you look. You will just be dangling around. Before you look, physical abuse have started. So one of the reasons why people experience abuse in their relationship, either the man or the woman, the abuser, is taking substance. And remember, by the time you have taken those substances, you will not be in the right senses to control your emotion, to control yourself at that particular time. You might be saying the things that you don't supposed to say. And you know, when you take substance, there is this kind of power, this kind of energy that you have. Yes. And when the thing not clear from your eyes, you now imagine, is it me that do this thing? Sorry. And tomorrow you do it again. The abuse continue. So when man is taking substance, it can bring, there is 100% that abuse must surely come up. Yes. So the next one I'm going to talk about on this, the causes of abuse in a relationship, is because of lack of education. If those partners are not well educated, it can also increase, or it can also cause abuse in their home, because their reasoning might be low compared, maybe if the woman that is educated and the man is not educated, the man will be feeling, or some of those things that the man does supposed to do because of lack of education. And if this man is doing it, the woman, it can cause abuse to the home. And another thing I'm going to talk about, why people experience abuse in their relationship, is because of low self-esteem. And you know what I mean by low self-esteem? When you are not able to express yourself, when you are not able to say that thing that you have in your mind, is low self-esteem. So low self-esteem can also cause abuse in a relationship. Yes, low self-esteem can cause abuse in a relationship. And the next one I'm going to talk about on this live session, why people experience abuse or the causes of abuse in relationship, is because of the past events. It could be from the woman or the man, like I earlier said. Maybe if the man have experienced such abuse in their former relationship, and those relationships did not work out, and maybe when the man or the woman decided to take up another relationship again, the person might want to retaliate of the past experience that they have. So this can also cause abuse in the home. Yes. Remember, I'm looking at the causes of abuse in a relationship. I said the first one, when the person is taking a substance, when the person is not well educated, low self-esteem, and I talk about the past event, meaning the experience the person have had before. And the next one I'm going to talk about on this live session is poverty. Yeah, poverty is a disease. Poverty is a disease. Yes, poverty is a disease. If a man is poor in the family, I'm just using a man, or they are not living to their expectation, little thing trigger their action, little thing trigger their anger. Yes, so poverty can also cause abusive relationship, abuse in relationship. Yeah, because when you are rich, you won't even have time for that. You won't even have time that, okay, the woman did not respect you, or the woman did not say like this to you, But when you are not financially fit, what's the woman will say that will make you to spark? It will just be a small thing, because of the frustration you are passing through, because of the thinking that you have been into. Yes, so poverty can also cause abuse. Poverty can cause abuse. And the next one I'm going to talk about on this live session is cultural factor. What do I mean by this cultural factor? Let's say, from the place I am from, once a woman is married, you are not supposed to practice extramarital affair outside your home. And there are some culture who do not really practice that. And if, for instance, the man is from the part of the side I'm from, and the man virtually marry maybe from the south, let me put it that way, or either parts that is not from my side, and the woman is doing such, it can cause an abuse in the home. Why would it cause an abuse? Because the man culture does not accept such practice, is a taboo to his own side. Whereas the woman in her side, they don't value such. They don't even practice that. And if the woman is engaging in such acts, it can bring an abuse, because the man might be tempted to do what he does not supposed to do at that moment. If the man have been warning the woman and the woman refuse to give heed to the man's instruction, it can bring an abuse. So that is what I meant by cultural factor. Yes, maybe when you were dating, you might not see this thing as anything, but once you are married and you still want to practice such, it can bring abuse to your relationship. Yes. So I'll be able to look at the causes of abuse in a home. I'm going to take it again: lack of education, when the person is taking substance, cultural factor, poverty, low self-esteem. Yes. And the next one I'm going to talk about is unresolved mental issue. This unresolved mental issues is linked with the past events. This unresolved mental issue, when the person in position, either the man or the woman, have experienced terrible abuse in their previous relationship, and this person could not allow that thing to heal before entering into another relationship, it can cause an abuse. Yes. So if you have passed through in some of these abuse that I've listed before, and you have separated from your partner, I will please beg you, allow yourself to heal before you enter into another relationship. Say no to abuse and learn to speak out. Speak out if you are experiencing such in your relationship. And I want to put this thing to our single lady out there. Watch out for the kind of person you are going out with. Because this abuse can start from when you are into courtship. And if you did not take note of this in the first place, and you feel you can change this man, you cannot change this man. Broken relationship is better than broken marriage. That is the word I bring to my single out there this moment. Please, whenever you are coming across this my video, do me well to like, do me well to share, and don't forget to comment. And also follow this my page, because on this page we talk on educative topic that can change your life. Educative topic that can bring solution to those problems that you might have been passing through in your relationship. I hope you enjoy this topic. I will see you on my next video. Please, whenever you come across any of my video, do me well to like and share. I still remain your loyal faith, and I will see you. Bye. Good night and have a wonderful night rest. Bye.